So we're gonna be discussing Dean Elgar's press conference. So watch along as well, so you guys can watch along with us and get the insight live on the show on on what our impression is on everything, and obviously on our opinion on the press conference itself. Let's see what Dean has to say. We've been covering this test series quite in depth on cricketfanaticsmag.com specifically. If you guys go there, there's quite a few features, quite a few exclusive interviews and features and quotes and stories and previews and all of those type of things that are on the site. We will be covering this entire series, so you'll see reports there as well for the game that starts tomorrow, of course, 12 South African Standard Time. But today is going to be all about Dean Elgar's press conference. I'm going to watch it with you guys. We're going to watch it together and we're going to analyze it. I'll stop it at parts where I think we can discuss a little bit about it, about that particular part. But other than that, we'll watch it together and I'll react to it. I have not seen it yet, guys. I've only seen the small part, the angle that was written for Ongama's um, reaction piece with regards to the quotes piece. I've only seen that angle. I haven't seen the rest of it. So on today's show, we're going to be doing that. If you're new to this channel and your button is still red, please click that red button and click that notification bell for all future videos, please. Also, smash that like button and comment and share. It's very important that you do that too. You need to like, comment, and share, guys. Get into other people's recommended feeds, etc. If you guys do. Also, you can become a patron today by helping us grow South African cricket. By becoming a patron, you can help us do so. You can also help us promote South African cricket because we're trying to get cricket to the masses as much as possible through our platforms. So please go ahead and help us by doing so, by becoming a patron today. Okay, guys, let's get into today's video. I'm looking forward to reacting to Dean's press conference. I'm excited to hear how he approached this one differently to the one before. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cricket Fanatics Magazine. This is your daily show. I'm your host, Khalid, and this is the show where we talk about all the major talking points in South African cricket. Today, we'll be covering Dean Elgar's press conference. It's the pre-match press conference ahead of the second test between South Africa and England at Old Trafford. So please stay tuned to this show. We're going to be dissecting everything. I'm sure I beat that he will be also talking about the conditions in this particular press conference. So let's watch this one together. Let's see what Dean Elgar had to say.
Brand of cricket that everyone loves back home and hopefully the rest of the world enjoys. So yeah, it's difficult to read the future. I wish I could, and I really hope the second test goes the same way, but I know it's going to be a lot tougher, knowing that England were hurt, and I know they're coming back with a vengeance, I guess, against us. So yeah, I really hope we can just play another solid game of cricket. I think that will give us our best chance to try and get into a position of victory. But yeah, we know we have to start again. The scoreboard is on north now, and yeah, we got to start again pretty well against them.
You'll have seen the scene change that England are making. Ollie Robinson coming in, you saw him close up in the Lions game. What do you make of that change?
Yeah, I'm not sure with regards to that really. I know Ollie's maybe someone that would have been in the starting 11 for Lords if he didn't have that setback with his injury. But again, that's just me thinking the way I do. So yeah, interesting that they've obviously gone away from Potts, considering that he's had a really good summer for them already. I'm not sure if he's got a niggle or not. Maybe you guys can write something about that, I don't know. But no, whatever team they put out on the field, we obviously got to be the better side throughout the next 5 days.
So guys, the inclusion of Ollie Robinson is going to be something interesting because he's going to bring pace into this attack, something that maybe England was lacking in the last test. We spoke about how important Andrich Nokia was on this tour so far. His raw pace has really given England a problem. And I think that this will give South Africa a problem. It is something we need to look out for. It's something that we need to be aware of. I know Dean's being a little bit dismissive of it, but I think it is an important addition that will add some vigor and some energy into their bowling attack.
Dean, I saw some comments from Victor in the media about just concerns around the middle order. What are you thinking in that department? Do you feel like you need some extra resources to bolster it, or are you happy with the same batting lineup?
Look, we have extra resources, no doubt. But as long as we still getting the results on our side, I think backing is extremely important for those guys. We have given them a decent run now of late. But I'm pretty sure they know that under pressure to perform, they are proper batsmen.
So I was wrong about Ollie Robertson. I got confused between the I've got completely confused between the bowlers. I'm there. Sorry, I'm thinking of Ollie Stone, of course. I don't know why I got mixed up with regards to that. We're gonna have to wait and see what he adds to the mix. Of course, I think he's more of a fast medium bowler than an actual outright fast bowler. But you guys can give me some thoughts in the comment section. I see someone saying that Robinson bowls like 120s, but he's extremely skillful. So I'm a bit mistaken on that one, guys. So thank you for letting me know that. I did think he bowled a little faster than 120, though. I didn't actually realize that he's that slow. But okay, let's move on.
They're here for a reason, and hopefully they get everything in the right way for this test match, so that they put us in a stronger position. If they fire in the middle order and we conduct ourselves like we have been doing of late, I think our test side can only grow from there. But they are being backed. I don't see a change happening with regards to that. I think consistency is key to success in Test cricket, and I think even consistency when it comes to selection. It's a tough series playing away from home against England, and you need to back your horses that you've been backing for some time now. And all you can do is give them the best resources to try and do well. And hopefully it comes off.
Dean, the performance from your bowlers was so strong at Lords. I mean, as strong as I guess many of us can remember an overseas team bringing it in. Have those bowlers peaked now? Can they get better from there?
I reckon they can get much better. They're still
Good
pretty fresh,
answer.
which is a nice thing to have from my part. They had a brilliant game. The wicket obviously assisted them as well at Lords. We got to take that into account as well. But again, you got to put the ball in the right area, and they did that. Again, it comes back to the first question about the hunger, and I think our bowlers are leading our pack at the moment, and they're extremely hungry for success. The competition amongst them is brilliant, and the way they go about things is some of the most professional behaviour I've seen from fast bowlers. And it's a great asset to have them leading the pack like that, and you don't have to speak to them too much, and they just know what they have to do. They've been around the international scene now for quite some time. They know this is a really tough series. They know what we've done in the past it's the past now, but a lot of learnings out of that. But we got to start again, and they've got to bring the intensity and the heat again. It might be totally different here, where the wicket might not suit them with regards to blasting out a batting attack, so we might have to adapt, which is a massive strength of ours. We're going to have to adapt to the conditions in front of us.
Thanks. We're going to go top of the mail, then we'll take a couple from online.
Dean, I'm not sure if you have finalised an 11, but if you have, maybe you could tell us what it is. If you haven't, how do you sum up the conditions here? It's another ground where spinners
Here's the
done well.
important question.
Are you thinking in the same, but different conditions compared to Lords, obviously? How does your thinking change in bowling terms? And do you have any?
Look, we've got our 12, which was obviously our 12 that we had in the first test, and we decided on the 11 on the day. Adapting again, that's something that we need to get better at, and I think by giving everyone the right resources and giving everyone everyone's down to play, and on the day you'll be told if you are or not. It creates creates that sense of no one's taking their foot off the gas, so everyone's available to play. But for now, we have the 12 with the second spinner in as Harmy, so we've got our 11 and Harmy as 12 for now. Yesterday, we couldn't even have a proper look at the wicket because of the weather that cut our practice short, and the wicket was covered most of the day. So yeah, we'll have a good look at it now. I haven't had a look at it since I've got here yet. I had to go have lunch and do the press, and I'll have a look at it with the coaches when they get here. But again, we've got the right resources in our change room. Whether we play 4 seamers or 2 spinners, it's still pretty exciting for us. We've never had that luxury of having 2 spinners, world-class spinners, in our armoury. And then you've also got our fast bowlers that really just set the tone for us. So it's a nice thing to have those boxes that have been ticked for us. So yeah, we haven't finalised our 11 just yet. Again, I always say in presses, you'll have to wait for tomorrow.
Thanks, Mark.
So yeah, that does seem like that's the decision that they're going to make. That Simon Harmer either comes in and replaces one of the seamers. I think that's the only change that will probably happen. Based on what I've heard from this press conference so far, Dean talking about the guys that he wants to give opportunities. He backs the guys from the past, or for the guys that he's been backing for a while. That's very important from that perspective. So it gives insight into maybe only one change if the conditions show that it's going to be spin friendly. Look here, from a picture that we saw circulating on social media recently, it does seem to be looking like that pitch can dry out quite significantly if the weather is going to remain like we think it is. We did the preview yesterday with Rory Kleinveld, and we put this up on the screen, and that's exactly what is happening with regard. That was a couple of days ago. That was the weather report. So it does seem to be that things have changed, though. When I did the weather report today, when I type in Manchester now, it changes every single day, of course, according to various things. Let's get it on here. And now when I look at it from Thursday, it's 21 degrees, 23 degrees on average over here, right until the end of the test match, sunny conditions. So looking like it's going to be a good week for test cricket. No rain interruptions. So it's all about that pitch. It's all going to be about how that pitch deteriorates over the next couple of days and how it looks on day 1.
Just wondering what you did with the extra couple of days that you had, and on Robinson's selection, Ben Stokes said that they expect the pitch here to be quicker, and he extracts the most bounce in the options that they have. Is that something that you think will suit your fast bowlers?
Love the mind games. Really enjoy it. Well, if there's going to be extra pace and bounce, I'm pretty sure our fast bowlers are going to get that out of this wicket then. Yeah, and then just on the first part, yeah, we had 2 extra days where I'm pretty sure the guys chilled out and enjoyed a test win. I always say never take a test win for granted, because you never know when it's going to happen again. So I'm pretty sure the guys, yeah, they did what they had to do, and yeah, now that's done, the focus is on the second test, and yeah, I'm pretty sure guys caught up with family members that have come over to watch the test at Lord's, and personally I've got family that live here, so I saw them. So yeah, each person went in their own direction, and you just had to make sure you're back at the hotel for 11 o'clock leave on Monday. Otherwise it's an expensive Uber to get to Manchester. Yeah, so, and yeah, I'm pretty sure England have made the change in their squad for their own reasons. That's their own reasons. It doesn't change the way I want to see us play the game. It definitely doesn't intimidate me with regards to their selections. I'm pretty sure he's in the 11 for a reason, and I mean, he's playing for England, so he is a pretty good bowler, and I've played against him before, and yeah, he's done the right things to obviously warrant his selection, I'm sure.
Great, thanks, Mark. We'll go online from Amir and then Percival.
Good afternoon, Captain, and afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the opportunity. Dean, just taking into account the success of the test team of late, could you give us your thoughts on the release of the Future Tours program and the fact that South Africa will play less test cricket over the next few years? And then as an extension to that, has this been discussed in the change room, and what are the guys' thoughts on that? The squad's thoughts. Thank you.
I'm sure I'm sure each player can answer that question differently. From my point of view, I would love to be playing more. There are reasons why it's happened like it's happened. Again, I'm not here to speak about this in depth because I'm sure I'm going to get into hot water for saying something that I'm not supposed to say. So I'll reserve my comments around that. But I'm sure the guys would love to be playing more Test cricket for South Africa.
Yeah, basic answer. I think we would like that too, actually, guys, as a fan base.
Thank you so much, Lucy. Good afternoon. I'm Jim. You've partially answered my question. I just want to ask you. Well, we've seen the latest ICC ranking sign. Some of your bowlers, the point you've emphasised, have made some positive strides upwards on the rankings. What does that mean for you guys as a team? Do you guys take note of that? And does it help with the confidence heading into the rest of the series against England?
Yeah, I'm sure if they're playing well, they're going to get the recognition with regards to rankings. I somehow think within our squad, guys don't look too much into that. We're a very results-driven team, so if we're getting victories on our side, I'm sure most players are going to benefit with regards to that. I guess if you look after cricket, those little things should look after you at the end of the day. So, I personally don't look too much into those things. If you're playing well and you're scoring runs and taking wickets, you'll get the recognition.
Thanks. We're going to take one
Jeez, guys, this is a boring press conference. I'm sorry that I'm putting you through this.
last one, or two last ones on the floor, and then one last one online. So I think let me just do the online one, and then we'll take the two from the floor. So Lynn, we'll hand over to you.
Thanks, Lucy. Hi, Dean. I just wanted to ask about Mark Boucher and his tenure, which didn't start off too well, but over the last couple of months, you and Mark kind of turned things around for the Proteas in the longer format. Can you just talk about Mark's influence on this he has had on the side and what's been working?
Yeah, I think it's been a work in progress. I don't think we always thought it was going to happen overnight. He's been around a couple of years now, and as a coach, his influence in the change room is massive. He's got the worlds of experience on his side, and he shares that with the guys now. He's definitely not a one-dimensional coach or a selfish coach. He wants to give back to the change room as best and or as many ways as he sees fit. He's been brilliant around that. It's been great working with him. We've hit a few potholes along the way, him and I, but we sorted out very quickly. Having him around the change room has been brilliant for us, and the younger guys absolutely latch onto every word he says in the change room. And even from a personal note, I listen to him a hell of a lot, and he's a massive asset for our change room.
Thanks, Lynn, for those.
I would really hope so. He's the national coach.
The difference between the 2017 team and this one, and said it was like clarity of roles and kind of your leadership really helping guys understand their place. For you, what's the difference as one of the few guys who played in 2017?
There's only 3 of us that played in 2017, so basically the whole squad. I just think it was a little bit tougher back then. We didn't have our original captain for the first game, and it's a little bit tough for the squad to kind of listen to a standing captain. It was me at that time. Now that I am full time, it's you can almost lay your foundations and let that kind of hopefully look after itself after a while. We've got a lot of young guys that haven't had any failures of late when touring, so they don't come with a lot of baggage, which is nice to have, but yet they don't have a lot of experience, which is still left to gain. But either way, it's a nice thing to have when you've got young blood and guys ready to go and guys wanting to play, and you can't have everyone playing at the same time. It's virtually impossible. It's a fresh squad. There's just no baggage, and there's a lot of hunger, and the competition within our squad is it's huge. I think it's the strongest I've ever seen the competition, and it's healthy competition. It's not malicious competition like everyone wants it to believe.
Who wants
So
to
yeah,
believe
I
that?
just like to think the squad's in a very good place, and Red Flags has obviously been in too much of a comfortable position, and yeah, it's up to myself, up to the coach to kind of still align us after every good spell that we've had as a team, and pull the guys in line irrespective of how long you've been here. Everyone's on the same page. I see everyone as an equal with regards to that. So yeah, we share a big responsibility with regards to driving the message going forward, especially towards the younger guys. Younger guys are here for a reason, and they're proper players. They wouldn't be wearing this badge if they weren't good players, I can promise you that. So I'd like to think since the first time to now, we in the same mold. We walk in the same journey, and we talk in the same words, which is great to have.
Thanks. Last question.
Dean, the Ben Stokes documentary begins streaming on Friday, day 2 of the Test match. You mentioned you've enjoyed the English mind games and a bit of back and forth with Ben. What are the chances of you spending 2 hours of your evening watching a documentary about him?
If he wants, he can send me a link, and I'll watch it after the test. No, but I mean, it's something that's inspiring in English cricket, and I'm sure it's also going to touch people's lives outside of English cricket. I'm sure there's a message throughout. I haven't listened too much to it. I'm focused on cricket at the moment, and sideshows are sideshows, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's a sad show. I don't care about that. Look, I don't know. It wasn't as exciting as the first press conference that we saw before the test. I think that one was a lot more exciting than this one. Not he. I mean, I didn't see that same fire was in his eye necessarily that I saw. He came. He came like with a lot more ammunition in that first test. But I think what happened in that first test, of course, the result will obviously change that his approach. Now he's obviously sitting a lot more laid back and nonchalant in this press conference. Doesn't seem like he's coming sitting there being how can I say aggressive like more aggressive I would say than he was in his first one. Um, I'm liking the way he is dealing with the mind games that England are trying to play. The dismissive personality that he's showing, I think is good because he absorbs everything and the pressure. And when a captain is in a press conference and getting bombarded with difficult questions, uh, if they're not answering it with confidence and they're not answering it with confidence, and then it will filter through the rest of the team as well if they do get to see the press conference, etc., or they see the reports that come out of the press conference. Now, I think he's handled it quite well. He's being quite calm, and I like that about Dean. I mean, we need that actually because he's taking responsibility. Now, with regards to what he had to say, I think the main thing that came out of this particular press conference is the fact that he is going to stick with the trial and tested, like he said in this press conference, with regards to the batting lineup. He was asked about Zondo, he was asked about Rickleton, he was asked about that middle order, and it seems like they're going to stick with the same six that will play that has played in the first test. So at least we're going to see some consistency over here, which could be a good thing too. Although me personally, I would have liked to see Ryan Rickleton come into the team. We spoke about it yesterday on our preview show with Roddy Kleinfeld and Aditya. So interesting to see what they're going to do with regards to the two spinners, though, because it's got to do with the conditions, of course. It's a lot about the conditions, and it seems like it's going to be sunny all 5 days. That's a good thing for South Africa, I feel, because I think the two spinners we have are world class, and if we compare ourselves to England, I think we're better in that department. How are we going to be able to combat their bowlers that are very skillful? That's going to be the key to everything because they are extremely skillful bowlers. The whoever wins the toss is going to be that's going to be important too. As we saw the stats on this particular ground, like we did in our preview yesterday, you can see the total matches played and matches won batting first, 32. And it's very important that if South Africa can win the toss and choose to bat first, perhaps, I think would probably be the best option for them so that they can face England and put up a good score and then try and let them chase against our a spin duo that we have. I think that will be probably the key to winning this match. Um, Other than that, they, there's not too much that we can speak about with regards to Dean. I thought he was going to come out with a lot more things. He just said that yes, he would like to play more Test cricket than the rest of the team with regards to the FTP. I thought he would probably get into that and be a lot more confident, more concise with regards to his feelings about that. He hasn't really, he hasn't really spoken about it that much. He's basically said we need to ask each individual person. So let's see what happens. According to this ground, it's a batting first ground, uh, and I do feel that South Africa, whoever wins the toss, it's going to be the key to this match, whatever they decide to do. But it does seem like Simon Harmer is going to be coming in. I don't think he would have mentioned the whole we have a 12 that we kind of are sure about, or that we are sure about. Um, that obviously being the decision to play two spinners or one. So let's see what they do and who they pick for this particular test tomorrow, of course. Let's see some of your stats. Bazball in the fourth innings. Team struggled to win batting second at Old Trafford. Tells you a lot about how the wicket deteriorates. Harmer might get in. Yes, and Rory Kleinfeld spoke to us yesterday on our previous show about how the pitch deteriorates. So go ahead and go watch our preview. It's very important that you watch that too. They speak about that. The question about Simon Harmer, though, who he comes in for, that's going to be the main question for me. Does he come in for Marco Jansen as an all-rounder option because he bats too, or do we lengthen that tail by dropping one of our fast bowlers, either Lungi and Giri? Um, I don't see or Lungi Giri or Anrich Nokia, but I don't see Anrich Nokia as the person. He's the one that gives us our aggression and our speed and our pace. I mean, it's so key to have it in Test cricket. So you could see how difficult it was for England to play Nokia when he was hitting his straps and his marks consistently. It's going to be between Nokia. I mean, it's going to be between probably Ngidi and Marco Jansen to be replaced. Let's see what they do if they're going to go with youth or experience with regards to that. But two spinners is looking more and more likely the more I listen to more people speak about it, the more I see on social media what's coming out of England. It does seem like we were talking about this, of course, before the series started with Aaron, and he already mentioned to us that, if it's going to be sunny there, the pitch deteriorates quite well, and that plays into our hands. There's an excellent article on cricketfanaticsmag.com about Keshav Maharaj, guys, that you guys should go read. There's some excellent insights from players that he played with, coaches that know him, etc. It's such an amazing piece by Chris Chiwanza, and I want to love you guys if you can read that. There is a match pack on our site on cricketfanaticsmag.com that will prepare you for everything with regards to this test match, including our preview shows, a written preview. We've got the press conference, the main angle of the press conference. We've got a reflection piece from the Lord's Test leading into this one from Dan Gallen. We've got Chris Chiwanza that wrote the feature for us. So there's quite a few pieces on the site that can keep you guys entertained until the next match. So yeah, guys, that's our reaction to Dean Elgar's presser. Nothing really crazy to talk about. We've spoken about the main facets of it, and obviously talking about that 12 that are that are nailed down basically, and the decision to pick two spinners or one, and no signs from Dean, in my opinion, that they want to change anything in batting lineup. So it looks like that's going to stay the same. If you guys want more information, go to cricketfanaticsmag.com for all your updates, and also go watch our preview show with Rory Kleinfeld to get your insight into what's going to be taking place, what we think is going to be taking place in the next match, what is going to be important, who are going to be in the important matchups, which players are going to be important to South Africa, and what we think about the starting 11s. So please go ahead and do that straight away. But also subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so that you can get updated for everything that we post on this channel. Press conference videos, training videos, live shows, uploads, whatever we do, you'll get notified first when we do that. So please do that for us. It will really help us. And also smash that like button. So important. We also have a digital magazine, guys, that you might not know about. That's what Cricket Fanatics magazine is all about. We have a digital magazine called Cricket Fanatics Magazine Monthly. Every issue is 100% free, straight to your inbox every month. The link is on the screen as well as in the description. All issues, including the latest one, is free. There's no paywall whatsoever. So please go ahead and download it. You'll get some excellent insight, some features, some insights, some opinions, some many things in there that can entertain you. There's even a crossword puzzle that we put in there to this entertain you guys as well. It's adaptable to your mobile device. It's adaptable to your laptop. It's adaptable to your tablet as well. So whatever device you're using it, you have access to it. It's our way of trying to give back to cricket. It's our way of trying to spread cricket amongst the masses in South Africa. But guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Don't forget that we will be live directly after the day's play to do our review show. It's a calling show for you guys to also call in and have your say about the day's play. If you enjoyed what you enjoyed, what you hated, what you didn't, etc. So some give your insight as well by calling in on the show tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. The 12 p.m. kickoff for South Africa. Well, not kickoff, but 12 p.m. start um, for 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 the Proteas, and hopefully we can get another victory and claim this victory and win this series with a game to spare. Because perhaps then we can maybe see some newer guys get opportunities into that final test match. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow with another daily show. Take care, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.